said this runway had the good asphalt. Apparently the other one said poor asphalt, so kind of glad I went with this one. Boy, that windsock is straight out. Or I should say, at.
It is like 4 degrees out. We just got dumped with snow last night and the temps continue to fall, so it's gonna be a cold day of flying, to say the least. Our destination is Colorado to Florida. I should say because it's just a solo flight today down to warm Florida, which I'm honestly looking forward to. So they just cleared the runway, the taxiway, and that is the plan in this fine cold morning in Colorado. But good news is that Mooney is tucked in, warm and toasty, and it's probably like, why are you taking me out in these cold temps? So leaving Kilo, Lima, Mike, Oscar, which is Longmont, Colorado. Destination is Kilo Sierra Uniform Alpha, which is Stewart, Florida. And is paradise down there compared to what it is up here. It is the Arctic Circle today. That's what it feels like. So just got done pre-flighting, getting her ready. Everything's looking good. And we're gonna get out of here and try to beat. We got 2 storm systems we gotta beat. We got a winter storm system that's north, east of us, moving easterly. And then we have another more warm storm system that's developing over Meridian, Mississippi. So we have some weather we got to fight today. We're gonna go pick up Captain Nugget and visit Stevie down there, and then pick them up and then head back to Colorado. So should be a good flight. Cross fingers weather's gonna behave, and probably the coldest departure that we've had in this plane. So let's buckle up and get out of here.
Longmont Vance Brand Airport. Automated weather observation. 1749er. Zulu weather. Wind 070 at 5. Visibility 2. Haze 9er. 100. Scattered. Ceiling 1500. Overcast. Temperature -10 Celsius. Dew point -17. Altimeter 29er. 1.
Please avoid overflights while skydiving operations are underway. For more information...
What's going on, everybody? So, we're just on our exit onto the area and transferring onto the taxiway area. It's very cold today. Last I checked, it was about 3 degrees Fahrenheit outside. So, I am being very adamant about warming this up, even though it's stored in a heated hangar. You know, oil temps and all that are crucial when it's this cold out. So we're sitting at 141 degrees, she's slowly warming up. That's good. Had a snowstorm come in last night that was significant, but significantly cold with the temperatures and the wind. And I was originally going to depart yesterday, and I was like, this just isn't. Mother Nature always wins, so I waited until this morning. It's clearing out. I think it'll actually be a nice day. One aspect that's going to be kind of funny here is around my engine run up. It's very snow-packed, the ground is. So I'm going to be curious if I'm going to be able to do a proper engine run-up with the power that this makes and it not pulling itself forward and just skidding across on the ice. We're going to see. Be interesting. All right, well, let's see what happens here. 100, 17, 18, 19, 2000, I do our left mag. DRPM drop. Oh, nope. He is sliding there. Knew that was going to happen. I could feel it slowly sliding. All right, let's try one more. I'll get the left mag in here. And 50 RPM. We're going to cycle that prop. Oil flowing. We do. And the third one, just for good measure. There. Everything is looking good. We're going to double check the speed brakes. Brakes are valid and on, both working and retracting. Flaps are set to takeoff. We're going to run on the fullest tank. Our lights are on and active. We got no circuit breakers popped out. Emergency gear release is down and locked. Our elevator trim rudder trim for takeoff. It's good, good, good. We're going to turn on our pitot heat. Just to be safe, boost pump, audible sound boost pump is working. Oh, good. All right. Can brake off. Mooney 67 Golf X-ray, taking off runway 11, departing the pattern to the northeast. Longmont. It's full 2,700 RPM. Airspeed is alive. Looking good. Here's coming up. Back on that power, not to redliner. So what? He climbs. Alright, we're just skirting under the Class Bravo for Denver, or DIA right now. It is cold. We're showing outside the air temperature of minus 20 degrees Celsius. Everything's looking great. And ask for a beautiful day. So we call this the calm after this storm. And we're just about to transition to the 10,000 foot section. Okay, we got our first destination input right now, which is Kilo, Mike, Kilo, Oscar. And we just turned on our autopilot. We're in a climb right now. So we're going to set our altitude for 7. And we're going to do our nav. Then we're also going to do our vertical. Autopilot is on right now. Everything's looking good. Not much traffic so far. We got Denver's traffic right now, but Well, couldn't ask for a better day of flying. We're essentially what I call VFR on top. There's a lot of openings where you can see difference to the ground, but also a decent amount of clouds. But it really is perfect. Right now, we got actually a really nice tailwind. I did a Lena peak. I'm doing about 11.4 gallons per hour right now. And my original destination was Kilo Mike Kilo Oscar, but I'm actually going to go a little bit closer. I didn't like how a lot of the areas were marginal VFRs, so I big on that. If it says marginal and you're in the area that you're very unfamiliar with, I'd rather have not deal with potential obscured weather, and I don't know how much snow they got, you know, vice versa. So just better be smart. So I'm actually going to go a little bit further south instead of east. It's a little bit warmer. They got hit with less weather, and so our new destination, Alva Regional, and that is in Oklahoma. So I'm going to enter that in right here. We got activate, enter, that's set up, and then we're actually going to hit nav. And that's our new destination. So that puts us at an hour 24 minutes, ground speed of 184 knots, and everything's looking great right now. We're the only airplane out here, which is good. So I must say my feet are getting cold. I have the heater on. They're still cold. Number 2 complaint of the Mooney is been as light, and you know, engine temps are pretty cold. You know, her head temps are 250. So I can see why there's not. It's cold up here. My feet are cold. All right, so I always say, always be in the mindset of a change of plans. And what I mean by that is, I've essentially changed my refueling stop for my first stop twice. And it's been on the basis of several reasons. The last destination airport was originally going to be Kilo Alpha Victor Kilo, which was Alva Regional. It's controlled, it's a non-towered airport, but what made me change it to a Delta airport, which is another 15 minutes southeast, was that a snowstorm has just rolled through here, right? And it has gone northeast, but there's still a decent amount of snow you can see. It's just, and the runway option originally at the first destination was 5,000 feet, which is good and plenty. But because they had just got snow, I was kind of concerned. Number one is if they had plowed the runway, which you could do a visual inspection. But being that it's uncontrolled, we're kind of in the middle of nowhere. I don't know if the plow services have started this early. The probability of the runway being cleared and free of any ice or obstruction per se, like actual decent amount of snow, is much higher at a controlled airport, such as a Delta. So that's where I made the decision to change my original destination from an uncontrolled airport to a controlled airport for a refueling stop and just to stretch my legs. And so the new destination is Kilo Whiskey Delta Golf, which everything is in there now. We're 214 nautical miles away, and that puts us at exactly an hour and 3 minutes to that destination. You always got to be in the mindset to change what your original plan is for external factors. And to me, the weather, with them just gotten a recent snowstorm, that's an external factor to consider. Is the runway clear? Is it full of ice? Is it full of snow? Will I have enough distance on the runway to slow down in the event that it is all ice? This comes in fairly fast. sure, 5,000 feet might seem like a lot on a normal dry day, but when it's all ice and you're trying to slow essentially a 3,000 pound plane down on ice, could put yourself in a situation that could be tough to get out and could compromise you and the craft. The next runway distance at my new alternate airport that I'm going to is over 8,000 feet. That's nearly, you know, double of what the original, close to double what the original runway distance. So that's given me even more buffer and room for error if I need to slow down and it's ice packed and whatnot. So I don't know, I try to be in the mindset to always change due to external factors and be prepared for that, because you never know. I could have just been fine at the original destination. It could have been great. They could have plowed it this morning and life's great, but I don't know that. And I don't want to find and verify that out at 100 knots, you know, flying over the airport like, oh, that looks good, and then you find out it's not, so. All right, we are exactly 23 minutes from our first stop, and we got actually a really nice tailwind, doing 165 knots true with a ground speed of 208 knots, 7.6 gallons per hour. We have ETE of 22 minutes and 45 seconds. Weather is looking good so far. Low clouds up here, which last I checked it was still VFR, so that's good. And yeah, next stop. Kilo, Whiskey, Delta, Golf. Enid Tower, Mooney 67 Golf X-ray. I'm 15 miles to the north, southeast bound, request full stop landing.
Mooney 67 Golf X-ray, Woodring Tower, altimeter 29907, roger, report about 4 miles north of the field.
We'll report 4 miles from the field, 67 Golf X-ray. Enid Tower, Mooney 67 Golf X-ray, reporting a 4 mile for the airport.
Mooney 7 Golf X-ray, report entering a right midfield downwind for runway 35.
We'll report a right midfield downwind for runway 35, 67 Golf X-ray. Alright, we've got gear coming down. Locked, verified. Prop is pulling forward. It's on, mixture set. Got a nice runway here. Enid Tower, Mooney 67 Golf X-ray, reporting a right midfield downwind for runway 35.
Mooney 67 Golf runway 35, wind 340. 4017, gust 23, clear to land.
Runway 35, clear to land, 67 Golf X-ray. Alright, one more gumps, gears down, make sure props fold forward. Alright, got the runway in sight. One more gumps check, just to be safe.
Friday, really?
Mooney 7 Golf X-ray, continue taxiing, right turn off at Alpha 5, Bravo to park and remain this frequency, and if you have any break in action advisory.
Alpha 5 to Bravo to parking, Mooney 67 Golf X-ray.
And Mooney 7 Golf X-ray, any break in action to report?
No, air is quite stable actually coming through. A couple of hawks on the left corner just flying right on final, and no real obstruction on ice on the runway, so it looks good.
Mooney 7 Golf X-ray, roger that, thank you.
Said this runway had the good asphalt. Apparently the other one said poor asphalt, so kind of glad I went with this one. Boy, that windsock is straight out. At, or I should say, at. I've never been here before. It's a new airport for me, and it's actually kind of cool because Vance Air Force Base is literally, they share airspaces. They're like conjoined with each other. Alright. Alright, slow down before making this turn. How icy this is. Looks like all ice. Tower.
Mooney 7 Golf X-ray, you turned right on Alpha 4, no worries. Alpha 5 Bravo to parking.
Oh, my mistake. Alpha 5 to Alpha to parking. 6-7 Golf X-ray. Ground check.
Whew, it is cold. Probably can't even hear the audio because it's so windy. It is really cold.